Hi. I always forget that I can put a filter on the live until like the very last second as I'm pressing live, and then I never do it, so I'm filterless. Hi guys, we're just hanging out, having tea. Hello. So good to see you guys. It's been a minute since I've done a live, I have to say. It has been a crazy month. Anyone else feel like November, like, I don't know where it went? What happened to it? I mean, I feel like the whole year has kind of been that way. But hey guys, we're just hanging, super chill. I'm gonna talk in a second about a self-care challenge that I'm personally doing in December, and you're more than welcome to do it along with me. And then I'm just gonna give you a life update. Hey Danielle, how are you? Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. You know what I mean. Hear from you. Hey Chris, hey Glenn. Sorry, I'm not taking any video requests today. No live jump-ins. How are you guys? How's your day been? Carla, Patricia, how's your day been? My day's been great, thank you for asking. I woke up very early this morning, which I am proud of because, to be honest, my bed is very comfortable and I don't want to get up when my alarm goes off. Anyone else there? I'll update you in a second, but I did move. I did not renew my New York City lease, which was really sad. Like, I feel heartache from that decision. It was a hard decision to make. Yeah, I definitely, Danielle, been a little crazy with work and COVID and everything. Self-care is much needed. Yes, which is kind of why I wanted to share this. Sometimes I create these challenges for myself and I'm like, okay, Christine, you're gonna do this because I feel like I need it. And then I realize other people may need this too, so I'm sharing it with you. And that's it. But for sure, work and life have been crazy, and now we're entering the holiday season, and I don't know if you guys saw my IGTV that I posted earlier just about how the holidays are crazy, and if you struggle with overeating in general, how that just gets exacerbated during the holiday season, whether it's because of the food or just like the commitments or just the intensity of the holidays. Obviously, it's a little different this year, but that might in and of itself be an added stress. So there's just so many things. Hi guys, I'm just chatting. I'm going to talk to you about my December self-care challenge, which is something I'm just doing personally, and you're invited to join. And just hanging and drinking tea. So grab yourself a cup of tea. I have a little Twinings, chai, pumpkin chai, if you will. And so yeah, this month has been crazy. I haven't been live with you guys in a long time, I feel like. And this month I moved, so I had to pack all of my stuff up in my New York City apartment, which I lived in for 4 years, and I loved that apartment so much. It was perfect. It was the perfect size. It was so spacious. It was so full of light. I found it, believe it or not, 4 years ago on a Craigslist ad. And that's kind of weird in New York City to find an apartment on Craigslist that is not creepy, not like a dungeon, not a closet. It's kind of strange to find a New York City apartment like that. But and I don't do this often, or I guess maybe I should do it often, but I wrote down exactly what I wanted in an apartment. I knew I wanted big windows. I knew I wanted a lot of light. I knew I wanted it to be convenient for me to get to work. And I literally wrote down specifically all the things that I wanted this apartment to have that I was moving into, because I was moving to it from this little tiny dorm style New York City apartment in the Lower East Side that I shared with 2 other people. And it was literally 3 rooms, a kitchen, and that was it. And a front door. There was no living room. There was barely a hall. that was it. And so that's what I was confined to. And I lived there for 2 years, I think. So from that, I knew I needed more space, I needed more light. And anyway, I wrote all that down on my manifestation list, if you will. And I think it was only the second apartment I saw. And as soon as I walked in, the landlord showed me the apartment. It wasn't through a real estate agent or anything. And as soon as I walked into the apartment, I was like, this is it. This is the one. This is mine. And it was. And I lived there for 4 whole years and I loved every second of it. Hi guys. Just hanging out. Don't be afraid. Every time I go on a live, I'm like, don't call me out. Don't say my name. Don't know that I'm here. So, yes. So I moved. Like I was saying, it was, I felt a lot of sadness. It was very hard. It was a hard decision. I wasn't necessarily ready to move. I knew that I would move out of New York City eventually in the next couple of years, but I did not intend for that to be 2020. Even at the beginning of all of the pandemic stuff, I didn't have it in my head that I was not going to be renewing my lease at the end of the year. But when a window of opportunity came around that I would be able to move and stay in a home that, I feel like it's been my home because I kind of grew up here. It was my grandparents' house when they retired, and it is such a cozy, homey, comfortable, familiar place that I have so many great memories at. Because we would go out here on the weekends and spend holidays out here with them, and so lucky to have so much time with them. They both lived into their 90s, which was amazing. And so, this is, now we inherited the house, so this is where I'm living. And even though it was such a hard decision for me, it was such a pain, it was a heartache, it was a heartbreak. To have this place to move into has been like the best alternative, the best stepping stone, I guess, to whatever's next for me, which I don't know what that is. I don't know what's next, but maybe New York City is next. Hi, cousin. Maybe back to New York City is next, and maybe not. I don't really know, but this is my temporary stepping stone sitch, and I have to say I am so grateful to have moved to a place that is already home to me, and that is so beautiful. I walk to the water every single day, even when it's cold. I have a commitment to myself. I made this commitment back in March when I stayed with my sister and brother-in-law in their house, and I said, I need to move in the middle, I do my warrior workouts every single morning, 9:30, you're welcome to join. But in the middle of the afternoon, I get stagnant, and I don't like that stagnant feeling where I'm like, okay, this is how you know, big tip. This is how you know that you need to get up and shift your energy and move your body in the middle of the day if you've been sitting down at your laptop for hours. All of a sudden, you can't focus on anything. You can't make decisions. You're doing 57 things at once. And you kind of just are going in a cycle where you're just back. It's just on repeat. It's you're glitching. It's a brain glitch. That's what it is. So when my brain starts to glitch and I can't make decisions and I can't even really decide what I want to do next and what I am doing, I'm just totally wasting time. I'm like, okay, I either need to take a nap or I need to go for a walk. So as long as it's not pouring raining, my commitment to myself is to get out and go for a walk every single afternoon, even if it's for 10 minutes, whatever. I try and do the same loop. It's about 4 to 5 miles, I think, walking or running, because distance is distance. Just kidding. You should come out here. You should come out here. You can work from here. We can hang out for a little bit. Just come out for a couple nights. It's very cozy. So that's the deal. I have my setup here. I have a little office, which is great, and created a new studio over here. So I painted it this weekend. It was like this green color, which is great for like a little country bedroom, but not so great for, the Warrior Team Studios of Long Island. So I painted it white, and I do want to decorate it a little bit and have it be a little bit more permanent feel, studio feel, not just like, 4 white walls. So if you have any ideas, if you're great at decor, hit me up. I am totally open to hearing ideas, because right now I have a bunch of tabs open on Etsy, literally, of different things, decals, shelves, I don't even know, other ideas, neon signs. I don't know what to do with a blank canvas, you guys. I need help. All the tabs are not helping, making it worse. Oh God. So anyway, here I sit, and I'm going to talk to you about this December self-care challenge that I'm doing. So I realize personally, I have started to feel, what's the right word? Just a little bit frustrated with a few things. And usually when I get frustrated and other things, put it this way, our bodies send us messages. When we feel more anxious, when we start going to old habits that aren't really great for us, like overeating, when we even have a drop in our mood, when we find ourselves being more irritable, when we find we get really tired, or even when we get really wired, these are all messages that our body is sending us that we need something. And that could be a nutritional need, that could be a self-care, like psychological need, that could be, I just need to actually get some quality rest. That could be, I need a social connection, I need to connect with people. That could be, I'm not doing that thing that I keep telling myself I'm gonna do, but then I keep procrastinating it, and then now I'm in like a guilt or shame spiral about it. So I've been feeling frustrated. I've been feeling a little bit in like the comparison game, if I'm just gonna be quite frank. I've been playing this comparison game with myself. I noticed that I am doing this comparison thing with other people, with social media, and that's not usual for me. That is not something that I experience often. I might have like little blips of it, but then I sort of shift out of it and I'm good, but it's been coming up a lot more for me lately. So to me, I'm going to look at that as a message that, okay, there's something that I need that I'm not giving to myself. And so how do I discover what that is? Well, first and foremost, I get quiet. I allow myself to be quiet. I allow myself to sit quietly. I allow myself to walk without any sounds, music, podcasts, anything like that. I journal. I just kind of write stream of consciousness, or I will find a journal prompt and just write on it. But I'm digging. I'm looking to see what could come up for me that's going to help me work through this little obstacle that I've come across. Other things that I do that just went out of my head is meeting myself with compassion about it. I could get really frustrated. I could get really in the emotion of it, as we do. We react. Do you know that emotion is energy. I'm gonna mess it up. Emotions are energy reactions. I'm messing it up. Anyway, when I feel that and then I can get sucked into it, it totally clouds my vision. I don't progress forward from it. I don't work through it. It's kind of just like this crazy emotional foggy storm that I am now stuck in, and I don't know which direction to go. But when I practice self-compassion and I kind of allow that space to calm, to ground, I get a little clearer. And when I get a little clearer, I can start to meet myself non-judgmentally with curiosity. And when I get curious about myself, as if like, there's still more to discover about you that I don't know yet. And this is an opportunity to find out more about this human being who I am and discover how she can either overcome this or work through this or be inspired through this. There's so many different perspectives that you can now see if you are meeting yourself with compassion, if you allow yourself to get grounded, if you allow yourself to get quiet. So that's what I've been doing. And in that space, this, self-care challenge sort of came to me. So especially because the month of December can be crazy, I wanted to make sure that I am doing the things at the foundation make me feel my best self, make me feel the Christine that I love being, which is energized and vibrant and wanting to connect and excited and full of discovery and adventure and wanting to create and all that jazz. Hi guys, and come on into the convo. I won't call you out and say hi to you because I don't want to scare any of you off. But hey, feel free to wave. So these are just some basic things, but I just wanted to remind myself these are things that are important to you and help you feel great, so let's do them. It's not going to be anything crazy. Water. Drink water. Hey, I'm behind. This is only my second bottle. What is this, 33 ounces? Something like that? I think it's 33 ounces. Technically, 3 of these a day is what I'd like to be drinking, so just one. On camera, yep. Drink water. When I drink water, everything is running. Everything is flowing. Also, I feel like I have more energy when I drink more water. I notice when I get really dehydrated, I do mix that up with being hungry. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I definitely do it. So, especially when I go outside and I go for walks, I do the warrior workouts in the morning, water, water, water. And since I love coffee is dehydrating, I need to back it up with a little bit more water. So basic. 3 of these is my first self-care goal. Second, moving my body. That is something that is now a part of me. It's part of my life. And by the way, feel free to chime in and say what you love, what you don't love, what's important to you. This is a conversation. As much as it is not, because I'm just talking at you. But you know what I'm saying. So movement is the second one. That is a staple, tried and true for my life, no matter what it looks like. So warrior workouts every morning, 9:30, live, or my team, you guys do them on demand, which is great. Fit it in when you can. It's a 22-minute workout. If you can't do 22 minutes, you need to get off Instagram right now. That's all I'm going to say. But I recognize that movement in the morning is important, but also moving a little bit later in the afternoon, evening time is important. And if I cannot go out and do that walk, which has kind of been my latest, it looks like something else that I can do. I can jump rope. I jump roped in my New York City apartment almost every day that I did not get outside from the summer on. Don't care. My neighbors never complained. I don't know if they heard me. I'm assuming they did. My mom's trying to be in the video. Mom, you can't be in the video. Jump rope. Second option, dancing. Do you know how many free YouTube videos there are of dancing, teaching you dances, teaching you dance basics? Dance With Me has an incredible free YouTube of a bunch of dances that are taught by professionals Max and Val on Dancing with the Stars, them and their wives. They're adorable. It's amazing. It's so much fun. You sweat, you feel great, and dancing, you just have the best time ever. So movement, that's number 2. So we got water number 1, we got dancing number 2. Number 3, I didn't know how to phrase this, but it's just a reminder. Eat whole foods, girl. Eat the whole foods, not the grocery store, the foods that come from the ground, that are made, by the earth, that include animals or plants or things like that are minimally processed or ideally not processed at all. Eat the whole foods and make sure there are veggies on your plate. Make sure there are greens and reds and yellows and purples and oranges. Make sure those are on your plate. If it's just like meat and potatoes, we need to have a discussion. And we need those vitamins and minerals, you guys, for so many reasons. But often we can forget them, or we do very minimal whole foods and minimal veggies. So make it easy. You know how I make it easy? I buy frozen vegetables. I'll be the first one to admit it. Who cares? It's not like they're bad for you. I just feel like they get a bad rap. But frozen vegetables, first of all, there's lots of lovely medleys out there these days, okay? It's not just like green beans and peas. And Trader Joe's has fantastic vegetable medleys, but I don't go there because it's not near me. So I go to Stop and Shop and I get what they have, and it's great. I buy frozen vegetables and I either pop it in the microwave or I'll just defrost it for a few, and then I just throw it into stir fries or just throw it into omelets. So make it simple. If you're not one to cut up vegetables, don't buy whole vegetables that you need to cut up. Make it simple. Buy pre-cut vegetables, buy frozen vegetables. Make it simple. Take out the obstacles. So remind yourself, that's a reminder for me to add the veggies. And I enjoy veggies, so it's not difficult, but when you have to prepare them ahead of time, and you're like, that's too much, I'm just gonna heat up the Elio's pizza. That's when we get in our own way, isn't it? Yes. So the easier it is to prepare them or meal prep them even a day ahead of time, it just makes life so much easier, you guys. Also, I just, totally dated myself. Do they even make Elio's pizza anymore? I don't know. Okay, so we got water, we got movement, we got whole foods. 4 is soul care. So I define soul care, whatever's gonna recharge your batteries. If you are an introvert like me, having alone time is gonna do that. Just hanging out by yourself, reading, writing, I don't know, organizing, things like that. Getting creative. What is gonna recharge your batteries? For me, I love dancing, so I'll dance. I will write. I really love just organizing things, so I'll do that. I have tried to think of some DIY projects I could do this month that involve Christmas decorations, so that feels really good. I love doing that. I get to be creative. I get to flex that muscle, so it allows me to be spontaneous and creative and all that good stuff. So what makes your soul come alive? What recharges your batteries? What makes you feel like, oh, okay, now I feel 100% me, right? Different for everyone, but find out what that is. And if you don't know, if you don't have the answer to it, or if you're like, oh my God, it's been so long, I don't even know where to begin. Well, start by thinking back to what you loved to do as a kid, or what does truly make you feel rested. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. So just a quick note. Often I used to think that just having a day of watching TV would be the thing to recharge my batteries. It's not. I feel worse after that. Just me. I feel worse after sitting on the couch for hours and hours plus, just sitting there watching TV. I never feel more energized. I always feel more lethargic. I always feel more tired. I always feel more stagnant. And it's always harder to get back in momentum after that. Taking a solid nap, yes. But sitting on the couch and just binge watching TV sucks my energy. And I feel like I used to tell myself this lie because, I don't know, it's just cozy and it's numbing and you just get to kind of zone out for a little while. But it really never helps. It doesn't help you process anything. It doesn't really help me feel better. So if you find yourself telling yourself that lie over and over again, just ask yourself, is this really helping? Could there be something that could make me feel better? And then you just got to try it. You just got to be willing to discover and play and get curious. So that was number 4. And then the last one is what I mentioned in the beginning, which is practice self-compassion. Practice self-compassion in anything. If you struggle with overeating, or you just struggle with, distracting yourself in any way or numbing yourself out in any way, and then you find the shame comes on and you find the guilt comes on, from that place, we're really not going to grow. We're not going to learn from ourselves, because we're going to be so soaked up in that shame and guilt that we're not going to be able to see a second in front of us to know what to do next or how to move forward. We're just going to be stuck right where we are. And then that's going to ingrain whatever habit you are doing that's not working for you. So if it's emotional eating or binge eating, it's going to ingrain that habit even deeper. And I'm talking like in the brain, actual wiring of the reward system in your brain, habit system in your brain. It's going to intensify and like double down that wiring, so that when that trigger hits and you have that binge urge craving, you're just going to go and do the act of the overeating, because you know what reward you get. And then when you feel the negative effects afterwards and meet that with, oh, I did it again. Oh, I'm never going to get over this. Oh, I'm such a failure. Oh, I'm so weak. Oh, I'm, all the negative, terrible things that we say to each other, it's going to just ingrain it. But when we get compassionate with ourselves, we leave space for curiosity. We leave space for something different, right? If we want different, we have to show up different. So just being compassionate with myself, knowing that this has been a weird season. It's a lot of change at once, the moving, the relocating, the setting up in a totally new space. As much as I love it, as much as I'm grateful to be here, it is a change, and change is difficult. So whatever comes up, just know it is temporary. And if I want to grow through it or shift what's going on in my immediate environment or internally, I have the power to do that. So, oh gosh, yeah, go to bed over there in Ireland. You are up late, but I'm so happy to see you. Guys, I can't wait to travel again so I can go to Ireland. I love Ireland so much. So that is kind of all that I had planned to talk about with you. I have a phone date with my friend at 6. So that's also self-care, is reaching out and connecting to my friends more. So I'm looking forward to that. Saturday, just while you guys are here, Saturday I'm doing a workshop on stopping holiday overeating. But honestly, this is for anyone who struggles with overeating. It just, gets worse around the holidays. So I wanted to do a special class for us, for those people. And it is Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern, so that's 9 a.m. Pacific, and I think it's 4 or 5, I'm not sure, GMT. So if you're over in the UK, it will be 4 or 5. I forget if you guys are 4 or 5 hours ahead of us. But check in with me if you wanna attend, and you'll get all of the correct information. It is $49 for that workshop. And it's going to be like an hour and a half, and we're going to do coaching, and I'm going to teach you, and I'm actually going to have dialogue with you. It'll be on Zoom so we can interact together. It'll be like a legit coaching class. So whatever struggles you're going through, bring them and I'll coach you. Yes, I have to post the December calendar in the Facebook group, but I did put it on the workout on the membership site for today. So thank you for that reminder. I'll post it on our Facebook group as soon as I sign off, which I will do right now. Thank you guys for hanging. It was really fun talking to you, and I hope that this was helpful. I'll post this up on my feed so you can go back and watch it if you joined late. All right, have a great night. I'll see you soon. Bye.